Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from my hands. 'Cause I can't do this on my own. I'm letting go. So give me one more chance to save me from this road I'm on.
Hello and welcome to the Nerdiest podcast, where nerds talk about nerdy things. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Jackson Glass, here with my ride or die, Mr. Nick Barrett. And today we have a very special episode for you. Just a little something festive, a little in the Christmas season, as we wanted to try something new. And if you guys like it, we can definitely do more in the future. But we wanted to test out a new format, a new little game, if you will, special little episode where we will be reading a script for a full-length Christmas movie that I wrote when I was 15 years old.
Wow,
Now,
that was almost like a long time ago.
Almost like a long time ago. So, this is not a normal episode. We're not doing weekly recap or news or anything like that. Sorry to disappoint, but we will be back next week with
Weekly recap? I'm still alive. End of story.
What's next week? What are we doing?
Next week is it's our
Christmas
annual
movie.
Christmas episode.
Yes, our Christmas
what
party.
we're doing specifically, I'm not entirely sure.
Yes. So next week is our Christmas party, and it'll be more back to normal. But please let us know if you like this format. We'd love to do it again. There's plenty of material that we have to do it.
Plenty.
And so, without further ado, first of all, I usually just throw it to you and ask how your week was, but here we are on this special episode where I will not
I'm
be asking
alive.
you.
That's my week. Thank you for
thanks.
asking.
My week, I'm alive by the grace of God. And Merry Christmas. So, everyone, a little context. We're gonna get right into this. We're gonna be doing a table read of the script. Now,
Table read, very exciting.
this was written in 2019 by a 15-year-old Jackson Glass who wholeheartedly, like dead serious, I wholeheartedly intend to produce this. Like it was gonna get shot on like an iPhone. Like, it was not going to be good. And I kind of wish it was shot so that we could watch it. But that's a story for another day. I wrote this, and it's called Operation Claus. And I'm going to put a cringe warning on this because it's cringe. And Nick has never read this before.
Gonna make it very cringe.
We're going to make it cringe. Nick has never read this before. And I have not read it in 5 years. So this is going to be an experience. You get to listen along with us. Before we get into that, leave a 5-star review. Follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Follow on Instagram at The Nerdiest Podcast, Twitter, Nerdiest Pod. Subscribe on YouTube at The Nerdiest Podcast. Make sure you subscribe as a Spotify subscriber to get exclusive content as The Nerdiest Aftershow. And thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming. Make sure you buy merch for Christmas because that's a good gift. Anyway, here we are. Operation Claus. I will be voicing the main character, James, and Nick will be voicing any of the other characters that are thrown in.
Who also happen to be girls.
Yes. I wholeheartedly intended this to be me and my older sister, Sam. We're going to make this work. So, without further ado, here is Operation Claus. We hope you enjoy. Scene 1. The camera runs through a hallway to find James sitting at a table with his computer trying to write. His voiceover is heard over him writing. James, voiceover. I've always loved Christmas. People who only go to church one day a year go on Christmas.
Dang, starting off strong.
All the lights are beautiful. Everyone is happier, joyful music. Everything about Christmas is beautiful. Everyone gathered together to celebrate the birth of Jesus. What's better than that? James sits there for a second, trying to decide what to write next. What next? Do you want to narrate too?
Like, read the action lines?
Right. Do you want to read the action lines?
Yes, because I want something to do that's not
Right. I feel
voicing
like,
a girl character.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have way more to say than that. All right. James sits there for a second, trying to decide what's next. What's next?
He types something, but then quickly backspaces it. Music plays and text comes up saying, Operation Claus. The cast is listed in a festive opening sequence. James puts some blind... This is just Doki Doki Literature Club all over again. Because I kid you not, I had to read for 5 hours straight, and it got worse the longer I played.
This is good.
James puts some lights up on some blinds. He strings some garland on the mantle. He puts snow globes on a shelf. He tries to throw a strand of lights on the outside of his house, but struggles. He dances past the camera to the festive music, only to be interrupted by his phone ringing. He takes it out of his pocket and it says Boston Monroe. He sighs and answers it.
Hey, Boston. Miss Monroe. Sorry. Boston on the phone.
Hello, James. Do you have any idea how long it's been since you've written me a book?
Yes, ma'am. But you see, when writing a children's book, you have to wait for inspiration to strike.
You think I don't know that? I own a children's book publishing company, for goodness sake. And it's the same company that's going to fire your uninspired butt if you don't write me something good.
Yes, ma'am. Believe me, I want to write something good. I could really use the money.
Glad his heart is in the right place there.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Now, tomorrow night is the publisher's gala. There will be high-profile people and potential clients there. So be there or be square. I will send you the details. Goodbye. Boston hangs up. James starts to stress. The doorbell rings.
What is the publisher's gala? That is not real. That is not
It's a thing, where all the publishers have a gala.
All the
They do stuff.
I really love how she's like, write me have a children's book ready by tomorrow night.
Yeah, don't you know the publisher's gala? That's Dr. Seuss heads up that event.
That's when you show all the work. Boston hangs up. James starts to stress. The doorbell rings. Ding dong. You've got to be pulling on my leg. He gets up and
goes to the door.
There you go.
James opens the front door to find Carol with a calendar and an elf hat. Ooh, okay, I gotta do a different voice.
Yeah.
This has to be
jolly, but also something that you could do for 90 minutes.
I should have had tea prepared. I didn't think this all the way through.
You don't have to do a voice. I don't care.
I should, Hello, and happy Xmas. I'm here to...
I'm sorry, but it's Merry Christmas.
Well, Xmas is short for Christmas.
Well, if you say Xmas, it takes Christ out of Christmas. And doesn't that defeat the point of Christmas?
Carol stands there with a confused look.
This is just... I'm sorry. This was like 15-year-old me, like trying to be a good Christian. Like,
I don't know. I was talking to one of my coworkers this week, and I think X in some language actually like means Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
I then made the obvious joke of like, oh, Twitter stands
Jesus.
for Christ.
This was 15-year-old me was like, well, I gotta be a good Christian and like throw the word Jesus into the script as many times as possible, which I was like, good on me, but I don't think this was super effective. Anyway, he says, sorry, what were you saying?
Do you want to buy a calendar?
How much?
$10.
Sure.
He pulls some money out of his pocket and gives it to her. She gives him the calendar.
Thank you.
Thank you, too, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
He closes the door. Carol's smile fades instantly as she talks into her watch. He's the one. She walks away out of the camera's sight.
Oh.
It's clicked in my head now. Fade 2, James is on the floor with a wrapped box watching Friends. Really? Watching Friends?
Oh, this is cringe. I'm sorry.
He just finished wrapping presents. He sits down on the couch and opens his computer. He stares at a blank document for a second.
What's next?
Scene 2. James is asleep on the couch. He's awakened. That's not
he's
right.
Awakened. Awoken.
He's awakened to the sound of the DVD menu of Friends.
This man's watching Friends on DVD.
He turns the TV off. He gets up and pours himself a cup of coffee. The sound of someone moving is heard. He turns around to a table to find no one there. He shrugs and picks up his coffee. He turns to find Carol sitting at his table in a grand reveal.
Hello,
Mr. Atlas. I'm so glad you're awake.
In a grand reveal.
James stands there in terror for a few seconds. I've been sent from the North Pole to find you. James is still standing there with even more confusion. Sir, if I may.
Who the heck are you?
My name is Coco Wonderland, but you can call me Carol. James is still confused.
I'm James.
I love it.
I'm James.
Hello, James. Can I call you Jim?
No, you may not. No one goes by James. What's wrong with James? How did you even get here?
No, wait. No, you may not. No one goes by James?
No, you may not. No one goes by James. What's wrong with James? How did you even get in here?
That's some, I let you live here for free and I don't even charge you rent type writing.
That's so... Oh, my gosh.
You left your chimney unlocked. You ought to be more careful.
I've never locked my chimney in my whole life.
Carol stands up and starts to walk towards James. Really? It's amazing how you've never been robbed. You know, one time I met this guy who...
Why are you here?
Nobody heard that. My alarm just went off.
Sorry. Why are you here?
Oh, right. Sorry. You've been chosen to accompany Santa on Christmas Eve as his bodyguard. James blinks for a second.
What?
I'm here on the mission, Operation Claus. Not many people know this, but Santa is a wanted man. We need you to protect him. That's the simplified version. We'll need you to come to the North Pole in a couple of days.
Protect him? Protect him from what?
Turns out, when you can travel the whole world in one night and have a list of all the good versus bad people, someone's gonna try and use it for evil.
That's honestly kind of valid. Like, I'm not even mad about that reasoning.
No, it's so true.
Like, that's actually kind of true. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
This is just crazy. I mean, 5 minutes ago, I was worried about a gala that I'm going to tonight, and now this happens.
Ooh, a gala. What are you gonna wear?
I don't know. Maybe a polo?
Oh, honey, no. It's a gala, not a frat party. You should wear a suit.
Yeah, okay. I can't afford a suit. I'm barely keeping my house right now.
Oh, no problem. She hands him a wad of cash.
Where did you even get this money?
Oh, please. I work in the North Pole. Where do you think most of your tax dollars go? Carol walks away. James looks at the ground as if he's questioning his entire existence. Carol opens the door and puts sunglasses on. Well, I got a split. I'll see you at the North Pole in a few days. I'll text you the details. Peace out. Carol leaves, closing the door behind her. James stands there in awe. You spelled awe, A-W.
I stand there in
long pause.
What the heck?
Fade 2. Interior table, day. James is sitting at a table with his computer, staring at the document he started earlier. He gets a text from Karen. Nope. He gets a text from Carol saying, "Make sure you pack well. Welcome aboard the team, James," with a few emojis at the end. He gets another text from her saying, "Oh yeah, and keep this a secret," with a shush face emoji. James closes his computer and starts to pack a suitcase. Interior bedroom, day. James is filling up a suitcase when he gets a call from his boss.
Hello?
What are you doing right now?
Packing?
Packing for what?
Never mind. What do you need?
Are you skimping out on the gala?
No, I'm not. I promise.
Okay, but I've got my eye on you. What I called about is I want you to write Christmas cards to give out tonight.
Okay. What do you want me to say?
I don't care. Just let them hold on. I don't care. Just let them know we care enough to make Christmas cards. Oh, yeah, and you need to wear a suit tonight. If you look like trash tonight, then it sends a bad message to potential clients.
Don't worry.
He pulls the money Carol gave him out of his pocket.
I got that covered.
I will see you tonight.
Goodbye.
Boston hangs up. I love that everyone on YouTube, like in the YouTube shorts, makes fun of my girly voice, and I'm finally putting it to good use.
You get to...
Like they say I have a girly voice. I got range. I can do it.
He said, fine. If you think I have a girly voice, I'll just voice girl characters. Fight me. Like, what's the...
I'll just start stealing all the girl roles.
Also, like, this is the worst boss ever. Like, Homeboy works for Amazon, where
this is a Darman level boss. Have you ever watched Darman?
That's so true.
This is actually like foundationally a Darman script. That's so exactly what it is.
It just happens. Like, nothing makes sense. It's just a sequence of events.
Let's be honest. All writers start out at the Darman level. Like everyone, like as a writer, you start out with these really bland, generic video ideas.
Right.
That are like, oh, what if somebody stole my purse and then they got their retribution in the end? And then eventually you move on to better stuff.
Right.
But some people get stuck at the Darman phase.
You have to stay there.
And if you're a Darman writer, I kind of get it. Like, your salary's been paid for the next 10 years. So, no shame.
Can you explain a little Darman for me before we get back? Give a little context.
Darman is like motivational YouTube videos where it's like, hold on, let me pull up Darman real quick on my phone. I'll give you some great titles because Darman's had kind of a controversy recently. So let's see. What do we got recently? Girl fakes rich to marry billionaire. What happens next is shocking.
Yeah.
10-year-old won't accept her stepdad, feet something, and everything goes wrong. Two mothers fight over Black Friday. Poor siblings share shoes for school. Siblings fight at Thanksgiving dinner table. Millionaire dad bribes the school. These are like all thumbnail titles, by the way.
Yeah, but they're all they all have like a message, air quote, at the end, but they're just really low quality and cringy.
They're so predictable. Yeah. There's a YouTuber I watch who does Darman bingo because they're just that predictable.
That's amazing.
And like they'll go through an episode and try to play bingo. It's so funny.
Anywho, here we are.
Interior table day. James is on his computer making holiday cards. Wow. You said holiday cards?
Wow.
You didn't even say Christmas cards?
Hey, that takes the Christ out of Christmas, and it actually defeats the point of Christmas. So if you...
He writes Merry Christmas on it, then backspaces it. He writes Happy Holidays, then backspaces it. You know, I had that thought. We walked into Target today, and they had a sign that said Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I was like, no. Pick one.
You don't
Commit
get both.
to one. You don't get both. I know you're trying to appease like the Christians who would be mad if it was Happy Holidays, but you're also trying to appease the people who don't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
And I'm like, no.
No.
Pick one. You live in America. We celebrate America.
You have to choose.
Try harder. James is laying down in his seat thinking.
Merry Christmas. We love you. No, that's creepy.
He writes Season's Greetings on it, then backspaces it. James is lying on the table now.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. No.
He types It's that time of year again on it, then backspaces it.
I can't write anything.
He types Merry Christmas on it again and saves it.
Just enough to let them know we care. Perfect.
Scene 3. Trace. Interior, bathroom, night. James is brushing his teeth. He's listening to the weather forecast in the background. It says that there's going to be a huge storm. A huge storm tonight. The camera turns around to reveal it's been recording the mirror this whole time.
Whoa, that's crazy.
What?
I wrote that in the script as like a camera trick where it was like supposed to be a big reveal, that like you think you're in the front perspective, but then it turns around and it realizes you've been looking at the mirror the whole time. You know?
Huh.
Does that make sense?
No.
It really didn't. I saw it in my head, and I thought
I
it
trust
made
you
sense.
that it made sense in your head.
It wouldn't have worked, but I thought it made sense.
His phone rings, and it's his boss.
Hello? Yes, I'm still coming. I really need you to trust me more.
James walks out of the bathroom into his bedroom. He walks out of his bedroom now in a full suit and tie in a seamless transition.
Ooh.
He is still on the phone.
Yes, I have the cards. Okay, I'll see you there. Goodbye.
A shot of James going into the garage. James is in the car driving in a snowstorm. Okay, how are you going to do that?
I really don't know. I was probably, I was really into like green screens back then. I was probably going to do some like really crappy like snowstorm flying by me on a green screen type with like stationary shot of the camera in the passenger seat. I don't know if I could even drive when I wrote this. Like this was probably just going to be in the garage. That was the plan.
He turns on the radio. Some Christmas music plays for a few seconds before going fuzzy and changing to a rap song. He hits his stereo and it goes back to Christmas music for a few seconds. It switches back to rap. His car suddenly stops.
Well, that can't be good.
He start to get cold. He turns on the weather on the radio.
I thought the radio...
Weatherman.
Wait, I thought
Fuzzy.
his car was off. His radio still works.
I guess so.
I don't know. He's starting to get cold.
Stay in your homes. There's a deadly snowstorm in the area with winds in the upwards of 84 miles per hour. That's a hurricane. That's not a snowstorm. That's a hurricane.
Homeboy's like in a tornado. Like, that can't be good.
There's also intense ice forming on non-salted street. I like that you specified non-salted
non-salted streets. The salted streets, you're fine. Just drive in the 84 mile an hour wind. Other than that, if it's not salted, you're dead.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
So stay safe out there, friends. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Robinson on Channel 12 Storm Alert. James turns the radio off. He opens the sunroof and tries to climb out. He stands in the storm for a second before returning back to his car. He sits in the cold for a second.
What an idiot. He's like,
He was like, let me check. My car's off, but the sunroof works. Yeah,
he's like,
sure.
I don't know. 84 miles an hour sounds like a lot. Let me see. He does like
He's got like
a crank window.
Yeah, he's got a crank window, but it's the sunroof. So it's a different handle.
And then he just does that thing where like you lick your finger and hold it up and he's like, yep, that's about 84 miles an hour.
Yeah, like his finger breaks the second he sticks it out the window.
Oh my gosh. He sits in the cold for a second. Oh no.
His boss calls him.
Hello?
Just checking in on you because you're 4 minutes late.
I'm sorry. My car just...
He loses signal.
Miss Monroe? Hello?
He checks his phone and it's dead. He tosses it aside.
The one day I forget to charge the battery.
Fade 2. James turns the radio back on. It stays on Christmas music this time. He checks his watch.
I am so fired.
He starts to doze off. The second he closes his eyes, the screen goes black. Scene 4. Interior of the North Pole. Day? James wakes up in the North Pole, still in his suit. He is tied up in a chair at a table. Carol sits down Carol sits down across from him at the table. Decided to come early, I see.
How did I get here?
You seriously think that we chose someone to be Santa's bodyguard and not monitor him? You obviously don't think very highly of us.
Well, I'm
just kidding. You want anything? Some cookies? Some coffee?
Sure, I'll take some coffee.
Do you want the North Pole Special?
Ew. What's the North Pole Special?
Cream, sugar, maple syrup, a shortbread cookie, honey frosting, and topped with whipped cream and a caramel drizzle. That sounds like a Starbucks drink.
I was going to say average Starbucks drink.
Average Starbucks order.
Oh, gosh. I'll take it black, please.
Carol stands up and walks away for a few seconds. She comes back with a full cup of coffee. James tastes it and gags.
This is the coldest coffee I've ever had.
Yes, as you can imagine, it's very hard to keep things warm up here.
What? Why not just serve it iced coffee?
I don't know. Remind me to write that down.
What exactly is this place?
Welcome to the North Pole. Now, Carol grabs some papers. Question time.
Question time?
You think we can just send you off with Santa without knowing what we're dealing with?
I thought you were monitoring me. How do you not know me?
Sir, you can't understand a person from just 24 hours of monitoring.
That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
I love my selective back and forth with the voice. It's so good.
Gosh, yeah. Fine.
Now, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Elf.
Favorite TV show?
Friends.
Favorite Christmas activity?
Cooking.
Favorite time?
Favorite time?
Like, my favorite time is 4 p.m. because that's when I get to relax.
Oh boy, 4 p.m. time to relax. Let's go.
It's like the thing from SpongeBob. Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. This is so cringe. I remember this. I never really thought about it.
He thinks for a second. Hold on, I just want to go back. This whole section where it's like favorite Christmas movie, as soon as it said favorite TV show, I thought of the part from the Lego movie where she's like, wait a minute, what's your favorite TV show? Where are my pants? Favorite restaurant? Any chain restaurant. And like he goes down the list.
Favorite song?
It's great.
Everything is awesome. Oh no.
Oh no.
5 a.m.
Why?
I'm going to try to say this without laughing. There's a thrill to standing on.
You're not even through the first sentence.
To standing on your front porch with just enough light outside to see your shoes, closing the front door, trying to be quiet as you walk to the car to go on an unknown adventure. The sound of a giant roller suitcase behind you. And as you look at the sky of the sun barely starting to rise, as you stare at the art God created in that sky, for that moment, everything is perfect.
Wow, that was something.
Let me read that again. There's a thrill to standing on your front porch with just enough light outside to see your shoes, closing the front door, trying to be quiet as you walk to the car to go to an unknown adventure, the sound of a giant roller suitcase behind you. And as you look at the sky of the sun barely starting to rise, as you stare at the art God created in the sky, for that moment, everything is perfect.
Everything is perfect.
Do you watch those videos on Instagram of that girl that does like the insufferable female lead does X?
No.
That's kind of the vibe I get from this, where it's like, my boy James thinks he's so quirky. Like he thinks he's him.
He thinks he thinks he's Barbie, but he's really just Ken.
I'm just Ken. All right.
Carol smiles. Allow me to show you to your room. James walks by a table with his phone charging. He unplugs it and finds 24 missed calls from his boss. He plays 1. Where are you? Everyone is giving out cards and I'm standing here, idiot. Get here now. James, the gala is halfway over. I need you here now. James, the gala is over, so I guess you're not coming. Please call me back. I need you. James puts his phone down. Is there supposed to be like some romantic tension between him and his boss?
I really don't. I hope not.
Because that I need you
so.
felt very like.
It was very like, James.
I don't know.
James, I need you.
Fade 2.
I don't know if that was supposed to be like we're trying to humanize the boss a little bit and make sure she's not just like awful for the whole thing. Like she has some kind of humanity. I don't know. I Need You has like some weird connotations to it. Ugh.
Fade 2. Carol showing James a small room with a bed beside a table and a lamp. His computer is on the bedside table. Make yourself at home. Carol leaves. James lays down on the bed. Cut 2. James is awoken with a jolt of All I Want for Christmas Is You as his alarm. He's wearing PJs. He falls out of bed and attempts to turn the alarm off. James gets up and leaves. Interior, table at North Pole, morning. Carol is sitting at the table with buttered toast and a stack of papers. Good morning. She starts pouring sprinkles on her toast.
Wait.
That's disgusting.
Wait. Carol is sitting at the table with buttered toast and a stack of papers. She starts pouring sprinkles on her toast. We need to try that.
Gross.
We need to try that.
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying that. Is this
That's
a
called
thing?
diabetes the speed run.
Is this a real thing? Like, did I get this from somewhere? Like,
I think you're just trying to copy Elf, where he put a bunch of sugary toppings in normal food.
Did. Okay. It's a Dutch breakfast.
No.
Yeah. So it's Dutch Hagenslag, and it is buttered toast with sprinkles, also known as fairy toast. It is very real. See, there's a picture.
No.
Right, this is a thing. Yeah.
What? Dude,
we gotta try some fairy toast. I'm definitely making Hagenslag this Christmas. Do you not like sprinkles? Is that like...
No, I like sprinkles, but not on toast.
But with like the butter and stuff, I think that'd be pretty good. Yeah, it'd be like cinnamon sugar toast. That sounds pretty dang good to me. I would try it. I would try it.
She starts pouring sprinkles on her toast. You want any?
No thanks, I'm not hungry.
James sits down. Carol puts a packet of sugar in her coffee. She adds another. She adds another. She adds another. She adds another. She adds another, etc. She adds sugar to her coffee for a comically long time.
It's really funny when you write that it's funny.
Yeah, it's only funny if you write that it's funny. Carol and James are still sitting at the table.
Where is everyone?
What do you mean?
Isn't there supposed to be like elves and stuff everywhere?
Wrong version of there. I'm correcting that.
THEIR.
They're all in the workshop. This is just the Operation Claws branch. If we'd let you see the whole North Pole operation, then you'd know way too much. We'd have to wipe your memory.
Oh.
James looks at a nearby button.
What's the button for? Oh, that's
my bad. That was
my line.
Your line.
You're good. What's the button for?
Oh yeah, that's the erase button.
Why would you need an erase button? That seems like a hazard.
You never know. We've had to erase holidays in the past.
Like what?
Like Macaroni Day.
Macaroni Day.
You know how August is kind of awkward and doesn't have any holidays? Well, it used to. Macaroni Day.
What happened?
It's all because of Macaroni Man.
What?
Carol leans in. He's like Santa, but better. She leans back. At least he was.
What?
You see, we had to erase Macaroni Day because not only did Macaroni Man start giving out vegan mac and cheese, he started live streaming while he gave out vegan mac and cheese. Carol lifts up a tablet with a video of Macaroni Man. Macaroni Man on the tablet.
He says, "All right, we out here. It's 8 in the morning, and we're giving out this mac and cheese."
He holds up a vegan mac and cheese. He kicks the door open intensely.
It's macaroni time!
Carol turns off the tablet. He was just all around not a good guy. We ran a t-shirt business together for a while. I had to drop out, though. Too much stress. James sits there very confused.
What the...
Well, we tried this joint PayPal thing. It just didn't work out. Carol starts writing on the papers.
I'm so sorry. What are you doing?
Calculating how many presents we made last year compared to this year. James looks at it for a second.
Well, if you made 500,252 of this one last year and 502,112 this year, then you'd have made 1,860 more than last year, not 2,200.
Carol checks the paper. You're right. How did that happen? You would be good in finance.
Yeah? I don't know. I really like my job as a writer.
The job that you haven't been able to do in like 6 months?
She didn't have to do my boy like that. Homie got writer's block. Give him some grace. Says, okay, that's fair.
Carol goes back to the papers. Last year we had 14 different occurrences?
It's supposed to say occurrences.
What?
It says
no way.
Occurrences.
Accurances.
Yeah.
That's not occurrences, my guy. Ain't no way.
I feel like that's fair, but like at 15 years old, you should be able to spell occurrence.
You should. Last year, we had 14 different occurrences of South Pole elves.
South Pole elves?
South Pole elves are what you're protecting Santa from. They keep trying to capture him so he isn't there to deliver presents. Disgusting, really. Carol looks up from the papers. That's enough for now. It's time.
Time for what?
Time to start your training.
All right.
Scene 7.
Here we are. Scene 6.
6. I can't read Roman numerals.
That's okay.
Interior, the North Pole, day. Montage of long shots of James training. James is blindfolded. Carol riddled the floor with presents and such. James is trying to walk through it. It's going to be... Wait, sorry.
It's okay.
It's going to be dark in people's homes. You need to know where to step and where not to. James steps in a box. James is standing in the middle of the room, blindfolded. Carol is throwing boxes at him.
Ow! How is this useful?
You never know. She continues to throw stuff at him.
I feel
Carol
like
hands...
This is like that scene in Dodgeball where he's like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. And he just starts throwing wrenches.
Carol hands Ricky to James. We need to make sure animals like you... Oh, I was... I saw the comma, and I put the emphasis. We need to make sure animals like you. Otherwise, those reindeer are going to bite your head off. James stands there awkwardly with Ricky in his arms. Wow, he seems to really be taken accustomed to you.
Ricky was our old dog, and he was really, really old and so fat and like super small, and he was just generally really grumpy. And so, like, the joke was going to be that, like, you just kind of held, like, this, like, really, like, ugly dog. And she's like, wow, he really likes you. Oh.
Carol tossed his marshmallows across the room at James to catch in his mouth. He misses most of them. Come on, you need to catch more!
In what situation would this be useful?
What if someone throws a teeny tiny bomb at you and you need to catch it?
First of all, who is throwing a bomb at me? And second of all, I'm not going to catch a bomb in my mouth.
Not with that attitude, you're not. Again. She throws more marshmallows at him. James is sitting on the floor trying to untangle lights but is struggling. Carol is standing above him. You can do it. James looks up.
Thanks.
You can do it.
Thank you.
I believe in you.
Thanks.
What was the point of that?
I don't know.
What was the point there?
I kind of feel this is kind of what it looks like when you're trying to meet a minimum page requirement, and you're like, how many like short back and forth dialogue lines can I do to fill up this page?
Carol is setting up the karaoke microphone. This might be one of the most important training exercises. She hands her the microphone. All I Want for Christmas Is You starts to play. James starts to sing with a little emotion.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't think I can do this.
Sounds with little emotion. Oh, I was like, man, you're really butchering it. And I was like, oh, I get it.
With little emotion.
Mildly pacing?
Pacing. It says pacing. You're right. But
did you not have autocorrect on your computer?
I don't know. This seems like some Grammarly type stuff where there's just like, yeah, that's right. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is how we do.
This is how we do. What?
James and Carol are watching Home Alone. James checks his watch. It says 12 a.m. He almost falls asleep. Carol sprays him with water. He wakes up.
Oh my gosh, that is cold.
We don't need you falling asleep while you're with Santa. You need to train yourself to become nocturnal.
Okay.
They look back at the movie. Man, this movie is so unrealistic. Why can't they make real-looking Christmas movie? You missed some punctuation. Why can't they make a real Christmas-looking movie?
You know, I feel like this gives me big, like, no way ChatGPT didn't write this type of vibe. Like,
this script is actually the origin of ChatGPT.
Right. This is the ChatGPT reference point for every story that they make.
James looks directly at the camera for a second.
I know, right?
All the shots cycle for a bit. Scene 7, The Force Awakens. It doesn't say that, but I want to make the joke.
That's a good one. Do I need
James
to take
is
over?
sitting.
Okay. Do I need to take over your action lines, or are you good?
No, I'm good, homie.
Okay, cool.
I'm
okay, cool.
Slim Chickens.
If you need to tag team, let me know.
James is sitting there with a bowl of cereal. On his phone, he takes a deep breath and calls his boss. After a long time, she answers.
A long time.
What the heck, James?
You see, I can explain.
First you lie to me about going to the gala, and now you call me at 2 in the morning? What is wrong with you? James suddenly takes notice of the time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize the time. It's been so long since I called you, and that's you.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm doing some scientific research here.
Oh gosh. Are you looking at time zones?
Yeah, so according to this article, at the North Pole, 24 time zones collide at a single point, rendering them meaningless. It's simultaneously all of Earth's time zones and none of them. There are no boundaries of any kind in this abyss, in part because there's no land and no people. The sun rises and sets just once per year, so time of day is irrelevant as well.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds kind of sick, actually.
I feel like that was not the intention when I wrote this, but it fit really well. And like, I feel like you could do a really good movie about that.
like time has no meaning in the North Pole.
Christopher Nolan, get on this. Like, that goes crazy. Ugh.
I don't even know if I can accept your apology. The amount of stress you caused me the other night was indescribable. James gets an angry look in his eyes.
The amount of stress I caused you? The amount of stress I caused you? Let me tell you something, Boston. If you think your situation was stressful, try writing a children's book when your boss calls you every 10 seconds about how little work you've done, where you're deeply trying your best, but you're still going to lose your house, and no matter how hard you try, nothing can go your way. And then someone shows up at your house and puts what feels like the fate of the world in your hands. Why don't you try that before you talk to me about stress? Long pause.
I'll have you know, I was worried if you were okay. Imagine if one of the only people that still talks to you suddenly lost connection in the middle of a call and you didn't hear from them for days. Sure, I was mad at first, but that doesn't mean I didn't care. Goodbye, James. Boston hangs up. James sits there for a second. He lays his head on the table.
Dang it.
Interior.
This is, you know, I feel like this is a really toxic, like, employer relationship. Like, this isn't it, guys.
Interior, North Pole TV, night. James is watching Friends on the couch. Cheryl joins him. Yep, sure.
Sure.
That's where you went. James doesn't respond for a few seconds. Oh no, we're not about to do this. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Can't even read it. We're not doing this. There's no way. Okay.
All right, we can do this. I believe in us.
I believe in the power of us.
I believe in us.
Why is she so mad at him?
You see, Ross. You see, Ross cheated on Rachel, but he says it's okay because he thought they were on a break. But if you ask me, they were definitely not on a break.
Wow, if that happened here, there would be consequences.
Here at the North Pole, if two elves are mad at each other, how do you resolve it?
Sometimes it involves a lot of punching, but most of the time it takes someone to realize that losing something like a job or a relationship isn't worth being right. You did not write this. You did not.
This is awful. It's like, oh, this is straight up a Darman video. He, like, really learned his lesson through, oh my gosh.
Long pause. Just like Ross and Rachel.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh gosh.
Interior, North Pole, night. James paces trying to figure out what to say to his boss.
Bro, you don't have to apologize. Get over. I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's stupid. Miss Monroe, I was an idiot. No. I'm sorry, but you kind of deserved it. No. I'm not sorry at all. And honestly, I'd do it again. Sorry? Honest mistake. Whoops. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I feel like if when you were 15, if you had more women in your life aside from your sisters, this would have been a romantic subplot between James and Boston.
Absolutely.
But I understand why you didn't do it, because that would be weird.
Right. To be like, oh.
But it feels like you wrote the undertones there anyway.
No. It's like, no, you're right.
Like you wanted to do it, but you didn't want the commitment of having to like go all the way.
Right.
Do you have commitment issues, Jackson?
It's so funny because it's obviously like supposed to be like the classic Christmas trope of like, oh, they love each other, but they can't be together. Like, oh my gosh, he's in love with his boss? That's crazy. But like, I didn't didn't want to do that because the only female actors I had were family members.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do that. But it's like it's so bad. Oh.
James
Okay.
checks the time. It says 10 a.m. He calls his boss. What do you want?
I'm just glad you picked up.
No, that is such...
That is so...
I'm sorry. That is like the quintessential, like, hey, baby.
Hey, baby. I'm
What
so
do you
sorry.
I'm just glad you picked up. I have some things I want to say to you.
He's such a Chad. Oh,
Can we cast James to be played by that guy from the kissing booth? The lead guy from the kissing booth? That'd be so funny.
Oh my gosh, please. Let's make this movie happen.
This is big kissing booth energy.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I had some things I wanted to say to you anyway.
Before you say that, I wanted to say that I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken out my anger on you, and I'm sorry I didn't call you sooner.
Uh-oh. This is interesting. Well, apology not accepted.
What?
Why should I forgive you? In fact, you're fired.
Wait, no.
Why should I?
Because I wrote a new book.
You did what?
I wrote a new book?
Really? What is it about?
I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay, you're rehired. I'm coming by on Christmas morning to read it.
You don't have to do
Okay,
that.
I have to go. See you on Christmas. Bye. She hangs up.
Oh, no.
Scene 8, The Last Jedi. Interior, the North Pole table. Day.
Oh, I used my real name in the action line. I didn't use the character name.
Jack is sitting at the table with his computer, staring at a blank document. Carol walks by, B-U-Y, holding a clipboard. She stops. What you doing?
Oh, writing.
Ooh, fun. Mind if I help?
Please.
What about a story about a snowman that dares to question why he always smells carrots?
I'll consider that one.
Okay, I have more ideas. All these stories focus on the good boys and girls, but what if we write a story about the bad boys and girls and about how they always get coal?
Maybe.
What about what Rudolph does on his day off?
I'm going to go get us coffee, and you keep brainstorming.
Okay. James leaves. Carol sits down and starts typing. She smiles. Yeah! She keeps typing. Fade to Carol and James getting in the car. The car? Where? It's the North Pole. Where are they going to drive a car?
What? They're like, oh, let's go to the garage, guys. And they,
The all-new Jeep 2016. the 2016 Jeep Wrangler.
Why
can go anywhere, even in the North Pole where time is meaningless.
Why am I low-key, picturing the Frosty Flights part of the Fortnite map?
Stop.
This?
Stop.
Fade.
You ready?
Yep.
Fade to Carol in car while James sleeps. She
What
turns
is
the
this?
radio on to some soft Christmas music and then switches it to Jesus Take the Wheel. She tries to fix it, but it keeps playing. James wakes up.
Oh, we
She
get to
was
sing
driving
this
last
Friday. Oh no, wait!
This is great.
We get to sing
Don't
this
worry.
together. All right.
I will sync it up in
Sync
editing
up
so it
in
actually
editing.
sounds
Ready?
good.
All right.
She was driving last Friday on her way to Cincinnati on a snow white Christmas Eve. Going home to see her mama and her daddy with the baby in the back seat. 50 miles to go and she was running low on faith and gasoline. It's been a long, hard year. Fast cut to James at home. You didn't even include the best part of the song. Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hands, 'cause I can't do this on my own. I'm letting go, So give me one more chance to save me from this road I'm on. Beautiful.
Oh,
Hopefully we don't get copyright claim for that.
What was the point of them singing that song?
I think it was just fun.
It was just for giggles, guys. This is
fun.
meaningless. I had a good time. That's the most fun I've had on this episode so far.
Interior, James's house, night. James walks into a mountain of mail on his table. How long?
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it Christmas Eve when the gala was that? Is that right?
That sounds right.
Shouldn't they be delivering presents by now? Like,
yeah, but
I mean,
you need to pad the script time. We're only on page 41 out of 100.
That's based. Well, also
we're not even halfway there.
Also, I guess if time is meaningless, you could have gotten in like a time freeze in the North Pole.
Oh,
like
that's
some kind
so
of
true.
wormhole. That's probably what happened.
But time would still be passing outside
in the real
of
world.
that.
Not necessarily, unless time moves slower in the North Pole and they just got as much done at the same time.
Time would still. I don't know. I'm not.
No, they would have gotten like 10 times as much done in the North Pole as time, because time did pass in the real world, but it was less time that passed in the North Pole. Right?
I don't know, man.
Oh.
Sure. If that's what you want to believe. He flops onto the couch.
Why did I teach myself to sleep during the day?
Interior, the couch, morning. James is still on the couch asleep. His doorbell rings. He slowly wakes up drooling. Blech.
Ew.
He checks his phone. He has a voicemail from his boss.
Whew.
I'm coming over early to hear your story. I just can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, bye. James panics. His doorbell rings again.
Just a second.
He tries to make himself look a little more presentable. He opens the door. Boston walks in without saying anything.
Hello.
Well, I'm waiting. James sits down and opens his computer nervously. He finds an entire story that Carol wrote. He smiles widely. What is it?
Nothing. It's a funny book.
He passes his laptop to Boston. She reads for a second. Oh, yes, that is humorous. I like how bold the snowman is to question why he smells carrots.
Yep.
James' phone rings. It says Coco Wonderland. He silences it quickly. Who is that?
No one?
Are you in contact with a rival publishing company?
What? No, it's not what you think. It's
Then who is Coco Wonderland? Long pause. Boston leans back into her chair. Did you even write this? James tries to avoid eye contact. Did you write this? Short pause.
No.
Okay, then. Boston starts walking towards the door.
Wait, Miss Monroe,
James follows Boston to the front door. I suppose I should tell you this now. I can't fire you.
What?
You are pretty much the only employee left at my company. The cop will probably be dead in a month. Happy Xmas. Boston leaves.
Merry Christmas.
James closes the door. Scene 9. The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
James,
he's the only one left at this company.
Yep. That's why she's so
cool.
mean to him.
That's why she's so mean to him, because he's her only hope.
Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Logic, where are you?
James is lying on the couch with a spa mask over his eyes. His phone rings.
I swear, how many times is my phone gonna ring this week?
He picks up the phone.
Hello?
Carol is sitting at the table on the phone with James. Hi, James. How have you been? James is laid back down on the couch.
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, James, I'll have to tell you, I'm not doing too good.
Oh, yeah? And why is that?
Well, because a certain person I've selected to accompany Santa is on the naughty list.
Oh, no.
Oh, no is right, James. What did you do?
I may or may not have plagiarized something.
Oh, my goodness. What was it?
Is that really important?
Okay. If you don't get back on the nice list, then you can't do this. I'd fire you and get someone else, but you know too much. I don't want to have to erase your memory.
Thank you?
It's just way too much paperwork.
Oh. Thank you.
Long pause. Get on the nice list. She hangs up. James sighs. James is on the phone in a montage style.
Just ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hi there, Mrs. Johnson. I was wondering if you need help shoveling your driveway. Oh, just to be nice. Okay, well, do you need anything else then? Hello? Hello?
James in lying on the table.
Hey, Mr. Robinson. Merry Christmas. I was wondering if you need any help cleaning out your garage. Oh, just 'cause, it's tis the season to be jolly. Okay then, bye.
Doesn't James know that he is saved by faith, not by works?
That's amen. Can I get a hallelujah? Jesus, take the wheel.
That's the one thing about like the naughty and the nice list is like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to do all these things to be in the good graces of Santa. It's like, I think you've missed the point.
Yeah. Hey, Mrs. Allen, can I get you anything?
Mrs. Allen? Like Miss Tim Allen?
Oh my
Tim Allen's wife?
Tim Allen's wife? Can I get you anything? Well, no, I don't have any money. Hello, Mr. Barnes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. This is awful.
I
Hello,
can do this
Mr.
line
Barnes.
for you if you want.
I can do it. Merry Christmas, Reverend Tim Tom. Hola, señor Nicolás Ortega Garcia. ¿Necesitas algo de mí?
Our Brazilian audience is going to love that part.
Hey, good
actually,
job,
not
guys.
really. That's Spanish,
No, that's
not
Spanish.
Portuguese.
That's not Portuguese. Can a guy just something to be nice? Geez, when did everyone get so cynical?
James hangs up.
You're telling me that you don't need me to mow your lawn or feed your cat or something?
Mow their lawn?
Oh.
It's December.
It's December.
Where does he live that he's getting an 84-mile-an-hour snowstorm with the non-salted roads being closed, and he's going to mow their lawn? Where?
On what planet?
Where is he mowing their lawn?
What lawn? Oh. It's like, can I feed your cat or something? Oh, I'm so sorry about your cat. It says, Nada? ¿Estás seguro?
Nada está seguro. Seguro. I think we should do a whole episode in Spanish.
Oh
just
my
for fun.
gosh, I would love that. Okay, take care. Bye.
James hangs up. James sighs. He opens his computer and opens Pinterest. He scrolls for a second, then stops. He sits up. He closes his computer and runs off. Interior, door, day. James comes in carrying bags from Hobby Lobby. He puts a card he bought on the table. He starts to make ornaments for his neighbors. James is making ornaments for his neighbors with tags that say Merry Christmas, smiley face, parentheses. His doorbell rings.
Oh, don't people know how to text anymore?
He opens the door to find Carol standing there with a stack of papers.
Hello? Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Hello.
Hi. What are you doing here?
I'm here to give you these papers to sign as a precaution.
Oh, okay. Well, come on in.
James and Carol are sitting at the table while James goes over the papers. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm making ornaments for my neighbors.
May I?
Be my guest.
Carol starts making an ornament.
Hold up. This says I have to be trained in martial arts?
Yes, that is right.
Why?
You expect to protect Santa from the South Pole elves without training in the arts of spinjitzu? We were this close to you writing spinjitzu into the script.
Ninja, go! Ninja. It's like training montage of me like learning
with the weekend
Master
whip.
Wu.
You gotta jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin, brother.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this says I have to wear something red. What's with that?
Well, studies have shown that if a kid sees someone in their house wearing something red, they just assume it's Santa.
How old are these studies?
I don't know, a few decades probably. She goes back to her ornaments.
Wait a minute. What is this?
A death waiver.
Why would I need to sign a death waiver?
So you can't sue the North Pole. Duh.
In what situation would I die with being with Santa?
I don't know. You could fall out of the sleigh. A reindeer could bite your hand off. You could be shot.
Wait, what? Why would I get shot?
Well, you never know.
Do those South Pole elves have guns?
Carol thinks for a second. Some do.
What?
Very powerful handguns. Some have machine guns, but the only the really advanced military ones do, so you're probably fine.
This says I can't live stream?
To avoid another
Macaroni Man incident.
Exactly.
It says that I have to be on the nice list.
Carol leans in. It's very important that you get on the nice list before it's too late.
Okay.
Carol hands James the ornament she made. The ornament is beautiful and way better than the one James made.
What the?
Carol gets up. Get it done. Peace out. She leaves. James signs, then gets up as music starts for a montage. Scene X. Twitter. About 2 minutes of montage. James is watching a karate how-to video on his TV and following along. James is doing calculations on how to save Boston's company.
Oh, because he's good at math. Remember that?
James is sitting on the couch signing papers. Carol is watching the naughty list to see if James's name stays on... Or, I'm sorry. James' name stays on it. The camera pans across the living room as James is learning to snap kick.
Ooh.
The camera goes behind and the object reveal... and the camera goes behind and object and reveals him signing more papers in a cool transition.
Really not the kind of thing you should write in the script, but that's more of a
Nice.
storyboard thing, but that's besides the point.
James is sitting on the couch signing more papers. Carol writing something but keeps checking the list. She sighs. James finishes typing the numbers. He leans back and crosses his arms. James is trying to do karate but is getting tired. Carol has abandoned her writing project and stares at the list. James is making cookies to give to his neighbors. He has salt on the counter instead of sugar. Carol calls him. He answers.
Hello?
Hey, I just want to let you know that to keep your eyes peeled, one of our servers was hacked by the South Pole elves, and now our delivery schedule is all crazy.
Okay, is that it?
Well, no. You see, you're still on the naughty list.
Okay.
Have you considered maybe asking your boss if she needed help? James complains incoherently.
No, I mean, oh gosh, anything but that.
Come on, she needs your help.
Why? So I can get on a list?
Okay, listen, buddy. You know why? You want to know why nothing you're doing is working? Because you're being so nice to check off a box. You're not doing it out of real kindness. Call her. Long pause.
Dang it.
He hangs up and tries to call Boston.
That's you.
Oh. I was like sitting there waiting for you to go.
No, that's you.
Hello?
Hi, do you, need anything?
What?
Stop
calling me. I can't do this right now. My finances are a wreck and the company has gone to crap.
Oh, well, do you need my help? I mean, I can do finances. That's easy.
Stop that.
Stop what?
Stop treating me like I need help. She hangs up.
Hello?
He calls Carol again. Carol is balancing a pencil on her nose. James calls and scares her. She clears her throat, picks up on the phone. Hello?
Yeah, I think she's a lost cause.
Hey, no one is a lost cause. Just please don't give up.
Okay.
Short pause.
Sorry. Okay. Bye.
He puts his phone down. Short pause again. His phone buzzes. He checks it and he has a text from Boston that says, "Thanks anyway, though." James puts his phone down. He takes a bite of cookie. Cheers for a second. He sighs.
Of course the cookies are disgusting.
Scene XI. G.
11.
James is sitting on the couch watching Elf and is eating one of his cookies.
Nice.
Fade 2. James is asleep on the couch with the movie still playing in the background. His phone rings. He shoots up, ready to attack.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of phone ringing.
How
Oh
many
my
times
gosh.
is this phone going to freaking ring?
The phone is the main character. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Oh, he picks up the phone. Hello?
It's all gone to crap. We're doomed. We're screwed. We're screwed, James.
Wait, what? Calm down.
They kidnapped Santa. The South Pole elves. They have Santa.
What do we do?
I'm on my way to your house to bring you the presents.
What?
We have all other available elves on a rescue mission. It's up to you and me.
Carol, no, I can't do this.
Yes, you can. You don't have a choice. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Be ready. She hangs up. James runs upstairs, leaving his cookie and movie behind. James frantically looks for his shoes. He puts on a flannel. His phone rings. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, stop ringing.
It says Boston Monroe. He picks up the phone.
I can't talk right now.
He throws his phone on the bed.
How do I? Oh, nothing red. Oh,
James
those are
is tying
bars.
his shoe when Carol knocks on the door. Carol busts in carrying a ton of tech stuff. She starts setting up on the table. Go, now!
Go, where?
I made your car fly. Long pause.
What?
There's not enough time. Just go. James runs out. Wait! James runs back in.
What?
She tosses him a red Santa hat and a communicator.
Thank you.
He puts them on and runs out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, now, if you push your 4 ways...
So, I've actually had this come up, like, in the last week. Do you know what the 4 ways are on a car?
Are you talking about your hazards?
Yes. So, apparently, I'm the only one that calls it the 4 ways.
Yeah, they're called your hazards.
Everyone
That's
else...
why the little thing is a triangle.
I grew up calling it the 4 ways. That's what, like, I was taught. They're
Why?
like, yeah, put on your 4 ways. I don't know. I didn't realize that, like, I knew it was also called the hazard lights. That's just what it was called.
Okay.
Anyway.
If you push
You
your
gotta
4 ways, then
if you
you'll
push
take
your
off.
What if I need my 4 ways?
James, you'll be in the sky. Why would you need your 4 ways? Short pause.
Yeah, that's fair.
James presses the 4 ways. Long pause.
Nothing's happening.
It needs to warm up.
Oh.
Long pause. 5, 4, 3. The car starts to shake. 2, 1. Lift off! The car takes off. A large light tunnel is seen out the window. James braces himself. Carol loses James' audio for a second, but is totally chill about it. The light tunnel fades and it turns into the night sky. James tries to catch his breath. James, are you okay?
I really need to know what my intention was to make this
Yeah,
a
how are
doable
you
production.
gonna do this?
It definitely would have been a green screen, and it definitely would have looked awful. Like,
I really want you to get a blue screen and a blue
Yeah.
latex glove and just like hold a Hot Wheels car on a stick in front of the screen. And
that
that's
would
how
be
you do it.
amazing.
Kind of like old school Star Wars, you know, when they
Yeah,
had like
where it's
the
like they do
physical
a
models and
miniature.
put them in
Yeah.
front.
That would be awesome.
would've been it.
Honestly, let's just produce this now. Like, not even edit the script or anything. You can play all the
Just
girl characters.
verbatim.
You can play all the girl characters, and I'll be James. It'll be great.
There we
It'll
go.
Be great. Okay,
James
are you
breathes
okay?
heavily.
Yeah, I'm good, but what the heck was that?
That was liftoff.
Lift off through what? A terrifying wormhole?
Please focus.
Fine. Okay.
Just a little reminder, since you technically don't have any reindeer, when you bite the carrots people leave out, try to make it look like a reindeer ate it. Long pause.
How am I not getting paid for this?
I ask myself the same question every day. Scene 11.
Bow, 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 bow. This whole
12.
script is very... Yes, that's 12. Way to go. This script gives very big, that just happened energy. Like, every line is read as if, like, that just happened.
Guys, listen, to the audience, if you're this far in the episode, please support it. Like, I want this episode to do good, because this is legitimately some of the most fun I've had on an episode. And if you think Jackson's writing is bad,
oh my gosh,
I've got plenty.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That is so much worse, because this is like somewhat coherent, but my writing is a 13-year-old tried to write what he thought was the coolest thing in the world. Yes. And in my mind, I was like Marvel level writing. Like, I was top tier, Oscar winning. Yes. Like, this was it.
So if you support this episode, we could make this a series, and it could be very, very fun. And we see how far we take it, because I also have like full stories to go through.
We have plenty of stuff.
There's so much material. We cannot. So please, if you're this far in, little plug, share this episode with a friend. Make sure you listen all the way through, give a 5-star review, and maybe send a DM. Or if you want, just be like, hey, I love this episode. You know, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. All right. Scene 12. We're getting close to the end.
James laughs.
How about a little music?
Oh, we're on page 69. Nice. James turns on the stereo. Elephant comes on the radio. What?
So, okay, fun fact. I forgot I used to do this. If there was something that I didn't know what to put there, I would put the word elephant in parentheses. And then when a script was done, you would do Command F and search elephant and fill in all the gaps later.
Okay, that's actually kind of brilliant.
It's kind of brilliant, right? I've completely forgot I used to do that. I should do that again.
I get it. James puts a gift under a tree. James is flying in the car while singing. James opens the front door but sets off the house alarm.
Oh, crap.
He runs off. James puts a gift under a tree. You know, you didn't have to put interior living room night for every single one of these. You could have just made it a montage.
Yeah.
And then listed them all as a montage.
Yeah. I really didn't need to put the date and the time and the location for all these. That's okay, though.
James puts a gift under a tree. James' feet tiptoe across the floor. This is outside. James puts a ladder up against the house. He sighs, then starts to climb it. James eats a cookie off a plate. James eats a carrot, trying to make it look like a reindeer ate it. James is flying the car while singing. Carol is typing and watching James on her computer. James eats a cookie off a plate. James puts a gift under a tree. James is flying the car while singing. The song ends and James stops singing.
Any word on Santa?
No, but I'll keep you updated.
Okay, thanks. What time is it?
Around 10 p.m.
Nelly, it feels so much later.
I'm not Nelly, I'm Carol.
Why did I say Nelly?
That should have been the next line.
It's like,
I'm not Nelly, I'm
not
Carol.
Nelly, I'm Carol. It's like, of course, and don't call me Shirley. Like, that's the big energy.
Of course. Don't call me Shirley.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you still have half the world to visit.
Bro, if you have half the world to visit and you're at 10 p.m., you've already lost. Like, it's not happening.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on what time you started. Because if you started at, like, 8
if
p.m.
If you started at 8, then
he's half the world in 2 hours. I mean, he'll be done by midnight.
That's true. All right.
Santa also has the advantage of time zones.
Right, because apparently...
That's why he comes to the U.S. last.
Right, because apparently he is all time zones, but also no time zones. I feel like I learned a lot here today.
Yeah.
So, you know...
James sighs. He looks out his window.
Wow.
It shows he's in Paris.
You know,
wow, you were foreshadowing your
I was foreshadowing
your
the EP. Listen to Freshman Year Part 2. There's a song called Paris, Jackson Glass on Spotify. Anyway, you know, I've always wanted to go to Paris. I've always wanted to go to France.
Yeah?
Yeah. I didn't think I'd see it like this.
Carol laughs.
You know, he's just really living for his one moment where everything is perfect, where he has his roller suitcase at 5 a.m. He's just, this is even better. This is even better than the roller suitcase at 5 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
You know, there was this one time where I was...
James cuts out. Carol's computer shuts off for a second. James? It comes back on.
So that's why I don't trust mimes anymore. Then there's...
Hey, I lost you for a second. What was that?
Oh, it's not important.
They both laugh. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to make some coffee. Carol walks away. Her computer turns off and on again, but with a new destination set.
Uh-oh. The Russians.
Uh-oh. They're rigging his car. All right, you're almost there. Carol is sitting there with a cup of coffee. Okay, another happy landing.
Let's go. The Star Wars reference on there.
Nice.
Another happy landing.
James grabs some presents out of the back.
Wait, why am I here?
What do you mean?
I'm at my house. This is my house.
That's weird. Well, go in.
Why? To deliver presents to myself?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Santa made his route like this for a reason.
Well, okay.
James walks in calmly.
I still don't understand why I'm here.
I don't either. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I think I should go. There's still a lot of...
James sees something move from across the room.
Oh no.
What? What is it?
Someone's in here.
Well, there are a lot of break-ins on Christmas.
Wow.
Wait, isn't
What an
she in
excuse.
his house?
Right, I was going to say that. Isn't she like at the table?
Yeah, why doesn't she just walk out?
She's literally also there. Oh
James
my
sees the
gosh.
cookie he left on the couch. He picks it up and takes a bite. A sound is heard. Wow, somebody broke into his house and all he can think about is taking a bite
of his salty
of this
cookies.
cookie.
Dang.
A sound is heard. He turns around. A South Pole elf wearing some kind of mask peeks around the corner.
Some kind of mask. Elephant. Oh, because what the heck is that?
What's what?
It's like a person, but it has a mask and it isn't moving.
South Pole elf. James, don't move.
What? Why?
That is a South Pole elf. If you make any sudden movements, it will attack.
Okay.
James stands still for a few seconds. His phone rings. He panics and tries to silence it.
Oh, the phone ringing actually was like a plot point for once. That was actually kind of good. Oh, that was just my boss. Apparently she doesn't know how to text. She just likes to call.
The elf comes into full view. She's holding a present. Long pause.
Where'd you get that?
The elf throws the present at James. He takes it in the gut.
Oh, that's not very nice.
James? What's happening? James? The connection goes fuzzy. They're messing with the signal. James, get out of there. Now.
Carol, can you hear me?
The elf throws another box at James and another.
Come on.
A jazz version of Silent Night starts playing over an intense slow motion scene of James using karate to fiend off the presents.
That's so good.
He snap kicks a present away. He blocks one with his hand. Slow motion shots of Carol trying to fix the signal.
Oh my god.
James misses and takes a present to the chest. The elf keeps throwing the presents. James bends backwards and dodges a present that goes right past his face, using VFX, of course.
Oh, of course.
James throws some presents back at the elf. One hits her in the mask and she starts to fall. 1 minute of montage. The elf smacks her watch, then disappears in a cloud of glitter. James stands there for a second before running away very fast. James tries to catch his breath. James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
What happened?
I was attacked, and I think we were hacked. They made us come here.
I think we should get going.
But what if we get hacked again?
That's a risk we have to take. We have to keep going.
Fine.
Scene exuve.
14.
Carol is making more coffee. James is struggling to take awake. He turns on the radio. Do you want to do the radio?
Oh, sure. Wait,
Can you do it?
Stay awake.
Can you?
He turns on the radio.
Can you do a happy upbeat radio?
Hello and happy Christmas to all of you. You're listening to the Mix 1. You're listening to The Mix 1.23. My name is Matthew. We're looking at cloudy skies tonight as we continue our list of top 100 slowest Christmas songs of all time.
A really slow song comes on the radio. James fully falls asleep at the wheel. Carol is still making coffee. James wakes up for 1 second, only to fall asleep again. Carol finishes making her coffee and starts walking back towards her computer. Okay, James? James snores over the intercom. James!
I didn't fall asleep. You fell asleep.
Come on, it's almost morning and we still have a ton of houses to go to. In fact, you're about to touch down now.
Hey, how come in all the Christmas movies Santa flies the sleigh for large amounts of time in between stops when the houses are so close together?
Long pause. Maybe you should mind your business. Long pause.
Okay.
James gets out of the car. James puts some presents under a tree. He hears someone coming. James looks for somewhere to hide. 2 kids come down or up the stairs. Camera pans to show James hiding behind a couch. The kids go back to where they came from. James, what's the holdup? Come on!
I'm coming.
James stands up and finds the dog sitting there staring at him. James shushes the dog and tiptoes out. James steps outside and closes the door quietly. The second he closes the door, the dog starts barking. Some of the lights in the house turn on. James runs. James crosses the house off his list. Other places in the list include the radio station, etc.
Wow. Usually when you say etc., you include more than one thing, but
yeah, you know, like say multiple things and then include the etc.
That was another elephant moment.
James has all but one house crossed off. James is in the car, barely awake. He looks out the window. Oh, look. Oh, wait, that's your son.
That's me, sorry. Oh, look. The sun. That's nice.
Okay, James, you were so close. Is the last house going to be Boston's house?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm calling it right now. It's Boston's house. That's the last one. James is still looking out the window.
Has the sun always been this bright?
Okay, I really need you to stay focused.
Oh, sorry, what?
James, this is the last house. Are you okay?
I'm wonderful.
Carol smiles.
Oh my gosh.
James walks into the room quietly. There appears to be someone in the bed. He glances at some papers on a nearby table. It has his boss's company name on it.
Oh my gosh. Carol, this is Miss Monroe's house.
I know. James laughs a little. He puts some presents under the tree. He sighs. He pulls out the card he bought at Hobby Lobby and puts it under the tree. He smiles. His phone rings all of a sudden.
Oh,
it's his boss.
Gosh.
He answers it. This phone.
Wait.
He needs to put his phone on silent.
Who's in the bed? Oh no, he's in love with a married woman. Oh no. Oh gosh.
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe it's.
He didn't know.
Actually, there's no justifiable way.
There,
I was gonna say maybe it's like her son, and then I was like, oh, actually no, that would make sense. Well, no, because she's still have to be married.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no justifiable way here.
We'll see. Hello.
While Boston is talking, he runs over to the bed and rips the blanket off to find a ton of pillows.
Oh, it wasn't a person in the bed. It was a ton of pillows.
Hey, I know this is weird, but I got you a gift.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, yeah? Thank you so much.
Who are you talking to?
That was Carol.
I can't sleep. Must be the anticipation of Christmas, I guess.
Says James laughs uncomfortably loud.
What is happening? I know it's early, but I was wondering if it'd be all right if I came over to give you your present.
Oh my gosh. Sure. Where are you?
Well, right now I'm at this coffee shop. How about I come over at 7?
Oh my gosh. What freaking coffee shop is open on Christmas morning at like 6:30? Get out of here. Actually, that's probably true. Never mind.
James checks the clock. It says 6:30.
Well,
Great. See you then. She hangs up. James, what is happening?
my boss is going to be at my house in 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
What? What is it?
Your car no longer flies.
Oh, my God.
I only gave you enough gas to fly around the world once.
What? You mean to tell me that we don't have enough gas to fly 32 miles? Lord have mercy, 32
He
miles?
lives 32 miles away.
And he knows
That's
exactly.
like 2 hours. I never had a concept of how far 32 miles is.
Wait. Let me Google this.
How far is the airport from my... Actually, I don't know. I'm not going to use the airport as a frame of reference.
Does it take to drive 35?
Well, if you're going 70 miles an hour, it'd take you like a half hour.
Yeah.
But that's if you're going 70.
He's going to go 70. I mean, people live like 30 minutes. I just think it's funny. Like, why is 32 miles so specific? Like, that's hilarious. You have to go 70 the whole way. Like, based on where they live, it's, it might take like an hour.
Yeah, like he's going suburbs. He's like going
Right.
side streets, not the
Right.
interstate.
No.
I'm
Wow.
sorry, but when we got redirected by the South Pole elves, we had to use our emergency fuel. You technically have enough fuel to fly a little bit, but if you run out midair, you'll crash. It's just too risky.
Oh gosh. Can the car still drive?
Probably. James runs out of the room. James, you're never going to make it. James! James gets in the car in a frenzy.
I sure can try.
Żywziwa. Seen żywziwa.
That is 16.
James, this is crazy. James is driving.
Carol, you said not to give up on my boss, and that's what I'm trying to do.
He's trying to give up on his boss?
He's
Grammatically,
trying to-
that's how it makes sense.
Wait.
Because it says,
said
you said to not do this, which is what I'm trying to do.
I'm trying to not. I don't know.
I know, but...
But the doorbell rings.
Carol looks at the front door. Oh, no.
That's her. Why is she so early?
What? Like she has anything better to do?
Whatever you do, do not open the door.
Don't worry. I am definitely not opening the door. Carol leaves.
Whew. Thank you.
Carol has left the table.
Carol? And then you go on to Boston standing on
Boston is standing at the front door with a gift box. Hello? Carol walks up from around the house wearing an elf hat. Hello! Boston looks as if she is questioning her sanity. Excuse me, who are you? My name is Coco Wonderland. I'm an elf. Am I dreaming? Yes. Okay, I don't have time for this. James? I heard your company is having trouble. Long pause. Yeah, how did you know? You're dreaming, remember?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. If you let people help you, you can still save Monroe Publishings. I don't know if I can do this. I pay a guy $5,000 a month just in case I need him. And I pay him more if he actually works. Does that sound like a good business decision to you? Yes. Yes, because you should pay him more if he actually works.
That's called contracted work.
It really doesn't. And I scare my employees so bad that they plagiarize things to please me. Does that sound like a good business model to you? No, it doesn't. And it's such a shame that it was plagiarized because it was the cutest little story about a snowman that smelled carrots. What? That little turd plagiarized my story. I'm sorry, who are you again? It's not important. Please, just think about asking for help. Okay, I will. Okay, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Carol walks away. The front door opens. James walks out.
I I just need to take a second to appreciate how wonderful that scene was executed completely by yourself. You went back and forth between those two characters so well. And I'm so happy I got to sit back and witness that. That was a wonderful experience.
I can't wait to go back and listen to that.
James walks out. Hey, you're early.
Yeah. James takes the present. So, in the new year, can I come over and bring some financial documents? James smiles.
This is Riz. She said, "Can I come over bring some financial documents?"
Financial documents? I know that's
dang
what you're into.
Dang, girl. It's so bad. Sure, that sounds good. Do you want to come in?
Well, I have to go pick up my mom at the airport.
Oh. Well,
but later, I'd love to come by and have some cider.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. I'll see you later. Boston starts to walk away.
Yeah, you got to go see all the presents Santa brought you.
Well, I have.
You can do this. We're so close. There's like 3 pages left. You can do this.
Well, I haven't gotten a present from Santa in a while, actually.
Well, maybe this year will be different. I'll see you later.
James goes back inside. Boston starts to walk away. The camera follows her. This is the weirdest freaking dream ever. I was going to wonder if that ever got mentioned again.
Where she was like, am I still dreaming?
Am I dreaming?
She's like, this is the weirdest freaking dream I've ever been in.
And then she like drives her car off a cliff to see if she's still dreaming.
She's like, am I dreaming? Yeah.
Carol is sitting on the couch tiredly eating a cookie. James sits down next to her. These cookies are really gross.
Yeah.
Do you want one?
I don't think I'll ever eat another cookie again.
He takes the cookie and eats it. He closes his eyes. They got Santa back, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yep. Fade 2. James is sitting at the table sporting a festive sweater with his computer mimicking the opening shot of the movie. He starts to type. His voice is heard as he types. While he's talking, a scene of his boss finding her present plays. Boston walks in, looking annoyed. She grabs her phone on a nearby table when she notices the gifts under her tree. Why is she annoyed? Did she realize she wasn't dreaming?
She's like, oh.
I thought she was going to pick up her mom.
Where her mom at? Like, did her flight get delayed or something? I don't know.
She dropped her mom off at the hotel and said, I don't actually want to see you. Boston walks in looking annoyed. Blah, blah, blah. She walks over the tree and looks at the presents and card James left her. She looks as if she's questioning her existence. She still thinks she's dreaming.
She's had a day and a half. She's like, she probably didn't go to the airport because she thought she was freaking dreaming. Like, that's what happened here.
Oh, that's why.
That's probably what happened. James, voiceover. If I could leave you with one thing, it would be to not lose the true meaning of Christmas. It's true. It's not about getting, but it's about celebrating. Celebrating the birth of Jesus. So yeah, let's give gifts. Let's bake cookies. Let's sing songs. Let's celebrate the birth of our Savior, because that's what Christmas is all about.
James stops typing. He leans back and smiles. Carol walks in. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I'm coming.
James gets up. James is driving with Carol in the passenger seat. The radio plays faintly in the background. Where are we going again?
Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I assume they have more than crackers.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're meeting Boston there, and we're going to eat ham.
Nice.
Yep.
Carol turns the radio up.
Hello, you're listening to The Mix 1.23. My name is Matthew. Merry Christmas to all of you listeners. Looks like we had a visit from Santa last night. We got gifts all over the studio this morning. Well, here's some more Christmas music for you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Let It Snow starts playing over the radio. James and Carol start to sing along, only to be cut off by a title card. Operation Claus 2019, Finn.
Fiend. Wow. We did it, guys.
That's beautiful.
We read all 100 pages of Operation Claws.
Crazy.
There was ups and downs. There was lefts
highs.
and rights. Some
There were
highs.
easts and wests.
Some lows.
Some north, some south.
I feel like this could be a really good short film, but it is.
No.
I'm
gonna keep it 175 with you because of inflation.
Yeah. No. Honestly,
ain't no way.
This would go on Netflix unironically. Like,
yeah, Netflix would think this is the coolest thing they've ever written.
They would get Lindsay Lohan, and it would be like #1 movie for the week. Like, it would be a whole thing.
Oh my lord!
Like,
I decided to pull out Adobe Acrobat. Don't make me sign in. Are you kidding me? I decided to pull out like the stuff I have just because I want to see where it's at.
Right.
Let me put in my code from Adobe real quick.
Dang. This the story's something. I wrote this.
Why do you want me to enter my password? That's what the verification code was for.
I wrote this entirely intending to produce it unironically, and I thought it was so
I think this would have been your magnum opus.
This would have been my magnum opus. I really wish we actually produced it so that we had the ability to watch it unfold.
Is my Adobe password?
Also, the little at the end, like, there has never been more sexual tension between him and his boss. Where she's like, I'd love to come over and have some cider later. And then they go to Cracker Barrel later. Like, what is that about? Like,
whoa.
This isn't it. This isn't it, guys. Oh.
Okay, so I'm looking through this. Mine is only 11 pages, but it's set more up in novel format.
Okay. So it's much so it would be much longer.
No, it'd be much shorter. Because when I say novel format, I
like
mean
it's condensed.
Yeah, like it's paragraph,
right?
Paragraph.
That makes sense.
It's 11 pages of paragraphs. And some of these paragraphs aren't even paragraphs; they're very short. It's very interesting scrolling through this because I capitalize at the beginning of every paragraph. I capitalized the first letter of every paragraph. So you just like I'm scrolling through, and we have A S N T L A U N O L. Like it's just And this is so cringe.
Yeah.
Like this is bad.
Guys, if you want to
I don't even know if we can read this.
If you want to read more of our old crappy writing, make sure you follow and give this episode some love. If you think this should be a series, that's going to be the Spotify question. If you want this to be a series,
should this be a series?
Just answer yes, no. You can say no. You can say I don't care, whatever. Just let us know what you think because we'd love to make this a series, but we also would love for you to love it to be a series. And so we have so much more to offer. This was so much fun.
Ugh.
Thank you for offering your entire heart in voice acting this script.
I've also got a 29-page one.
Oh gosh.
We could go through all of the Ninjago Rise of Anarchy scripts. Those are pretty bad.
Gosh.
I got some Star Wars ones.
Oh my gosh. This man wrote fan
fiction. And then I've
fiction.
got my really angsty high school short films.
Yes.
If you like, this is a series, okay?
Right.
We've got the content.
Right.
We just need
here.
to know that the support is there.
There is a story I wrote, and there's actually a YouTube series for the time being of me reading it, but I feel like it deserves another reading. I wrote a story called The Dragon's Embers, and it was like 7 chapters long. But my magnum opus was I wrote a novel, like 30,000 words. Like 30,000
I remember this
words.
because we were going to do something with that.
Right. And it's a 30,000 word novel about a kid who lives on a cloud. And I want to read it so bad, but I've waited to read it because I wanted to do it for the content. So, if you'd like to hear that, show this episode some love.
Here's my pitch.
Okay.
If this goes well, we'll do my writing next. Like, we'll go back and forth.
Yeah.
Here's my pitch. Here's your little cliffhanger if you want this to be a series. My cringy writing. So bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just give you the first
Please,
sentence.
give me a little sentence.
Just a little taste. A long time ago, in a distant realm, a child was born. This child's name was Ninja, and he was born in Neontovia. Neontovia is only 1 out of 16 realms in the universe. Another realm, for example, would be Ninjago. Ninja was only 6 when a squad of stormtroopers raided his family's compound. The troopers killed Ninja's parents, but for some odd reason, they spared Ninja. Until Ninja was 15 or 16, he scavenged for food outside the local pub. But after that, he became a mercenary for hire. It keeps going. So if you want to hear the rest of that, because I promise you, it gets so much worse.
Oh my gosh. He scavenged for food outside the local pub.
No,
oh my gosh.
I had to not lose it when I read another realm, for example, would be Ninjago.
Oh my gosh. This would be so fun.
Listen.
This would be so fun.
This is an Ninjago fanfic, bro.
Guys. All right. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you made it this far, we really appreciate it. This was so much fun. We love trying new things. If you love it, please let us know. Spotify question down there. DMs on Instagram are open. We love the feedback. Let us know what you thought, and let us know if you want it to be a series. So we will see you next week. And until next time, bye.